Automobile 5's 2018 Mercedes X-Class revealed. Everything you need to know about Mercedes' crucial new pickup. Who would have thought the most hotly anticipated reveal for Mercedes this year would be a ute? But it sure is, and here it is, the all-new 2018 Mercedes X-Class. The first ever Mercedes X-Class, which is also the first ever pickup from the three-pointed star brand, has been unveiled at an event in South Africa, with the Nissan Navara-based model clearly cutting a different figure to its donor vehicle. The styling, according to Mercedes, has SUV design typical of the brand, with the twin-louvre grille aligning the ute with the other offerings from the brand. The German marque reckons the X-Class unites the typical characteristics of a ute: robustness, functionality, resilience, and off-road capabilities, while also carrying the classical strengths of a real Mercedes design: comfort, driving dynamics and safety. You can make what you will of the styling of the new X-Class, but it's fair to say it's a bit more work-oriented than the concept X-Class pair of show cars suggested it might be. But as Mercedes said it would, the new model has a few different stylized options to choose from, with the entry-level pure model boasting black bumpers and a work-focused detail, the mid-range progressive for those with higher requirements in terms of quality, feel and comfort, including color-coded bumpers, and a top-spec version known as Power that is the lifestyle-oriented offering, which has a chrome underbody guard. 9 exterior color choices will be available, and there'll be 17, 18, or 19-inch wheels depending on the grade. We can foresee a lot of these wheels popping up on Gumtree as buyers look to up-spec their tough trucks with 22-inch rims or 33-inch mud tires. In the cabin, the pure model will have black fabric seats with the option of fake leather, while the progressive variant has a different black fabric or the option of Art Deco man-made leather with Dinamica microfiber, as seen in the Benz passenger car range. The Power version has black Art Deco/Dinamica as standard with contrasting stitching, but buyers can option black, real leather with grey stitching or nut brown leather with black stitching. There's even fake leather on the dash top and doors in the top model, and for the first time in the ute segment, buyers can choose between macchiato beige fabric or black fabric headlining. There are other utes with different headliners available: the Ford Ranger, for one but not as an option. Of course, the X-Class gets the Mercedes media system, with the floating center screen in 2 sizes. The top version scores the Command Online Media Unit with an 8.4-inch screen, the largest display in the segment, controlled by the multi-function touchpad between the front seats, with integrated satellite navigation and a 360-degree camera. Lower grades will make do with the brand's old-school Audio 20 media system as standard. All X-Class models get the brand's 5.4-inch color multimedia display between the instrument dials, borrowed from the C-Class. There's a 3-spoke steering wheel as standard, which is leather-lined in the progressive and Power models, and so is the gear shift knob and handbrake. The seats have been designed by Mercedes, too, and there will be the availability of electric adjustment and electric lumbar adjustment in the Power version. The back seat has been redesigned compared with the Navara, too, with claimed better support for adults, and the addition of ISOFIX anchor points. Powertrains and chassis. As for drivetrains, there are 4 engines confirmed: X220D, a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder single-turbo diesel with 120 kilowatts of power and 403 Nm of torque. This engine is sourced from the Renault-Nissan alliance. Available in rear drive or selectable 4-wheel drive, with a 6-speed manual transmission only. X250D, a 2.3-liter four-cylinder twin-turbo diesel with 140 kilowatts of power and 450 Nm of torque. This engine is sourced from the Renault-Nissan alliance. Available in rear drive or selectable four-wheel drive, with the choice of 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic transmission. X350D, a 3.0-liter V6 turbo diesel with a class-leading 190 kilowatts of power and marque equaling 550 Nm of torque. Comes as standard with permanent 4MATIC all-wheel drive and a 7-speed automatic with paddle shifters and engine stop-start, not to mention dynamic select drive modes, comfort, eco, sport, manual and off-road. This drivetrain is from Mercedes and won't be offered until mid-2018. X200 2.4-liter four-cylinder with 122 kilowatts of power and 238 Nm of torque, only in left-hand drive, and only rear-wheel drive. Because it's built on the ladder frame underpinnings of the Nissan Navara, it's no surprise the X-Class has a retuned coil spring suspension at the front and the rear. In Europe, the brand will offer two different ride heights: the comfort version with 202 mm of ground clearance, and a more hardcore version with 222 mm of clearance. The latter is what we'll get as standard. As for off-road credentials, the X-Class has 600 mm of wading depth capability, a 30.1-degree approach angle and 25.9-deg departure angle, a 22-deg ramp-over angle, as well as a 49-degree maximum tilt angle. Depending on the specification, the X-Class payload is rated from 918 kg, top spec, through to 1092 kg, entry spec, that's apparently enough to transport 17 full 50-liter barrels of beer in the cargo area, and there's a light to allow you to see when you're loading before or after hours, and an integrated 12-volt outlet in the tub, too. The tray dimensions are 1,587 mm long, 1,560 mm wide, at 1,215 mm between the wheel arches, making it wide enough to cope with an Australian pallet, and 470 mm deep, while the overall body dimensions of the X-Class are close to those of competitors, with a length of 5,340 mm, a width of 1,920 mm and a height of 1,819 mm, 1,838 mm with the sports bar. The X-Class's gross combination mass, GCM, is 6,200 kg, with a curb weight of up to 2,332 kg. It has an 80-liter fuel tank. The maximum tow rating for the X-Class is 3.2 tons for 4x2 models and 3.5 tons for the 4x4 versions, and in a clear reference to who will likely be shopping for one of these, it means the Merc Ute will pull a trailer containing 3 horses or an 8-meter yacht. Or a heavy box trailer, we presume. Mercedes has widened the track of the X-Class, apparently to provide the ideal prerequisites for optimum driving stability and higher cornering speeds. The width at the front is 1,632 mm, while at the rear it's 1,625 mm, which is notably broader than the Navara upon which it is based, 1,570 mm front and rear. It has the same 3,150 mm wheelbase. There are 4-wheel disc brakes as standard, 320 mm up front and 308 mm at the rear, and every all-wheel drive version of the X-Class has hill descent control. A standard fit rear differential lock will add further peace of mind to those who head off-road regularly. Mercedes claims this tough performance ute delivers the drivability and handling to match many demands both with regard to vehicle dynamics and ride comfort. Safety: the X-Class will get the aforementioned child seat anchor points that are absent from some other utes in the segment, while it will also better its only German rival in the marketplace by including rear airbag coverage. Indeed, the X-Class will have 7 airbags, dual front side, full-length curtain, and driver's knee coverage, and there'll be plenty of other safety kit, including the standard fitment of a rear-view camera, and that 360-degree system in the top-spec version, which is set to be optional in the entry and mid-spec models. There are 3 active safety items fitted as standard: active brake assist, lane keeping assist, and collision prevention assist. Further, there are items such as trailer stability control, tire pressure monitoring, LED headlights, standard on high spec, optional below, that are said to be the brightest in the segment. Benz reckons this standard safety kit means the X-Class perfectly fulfills the requirements placed on a modern family and lifestyle vehicle. Accessories: there's the option of a sliding glass section in the rear windshield, while the company claims it will offer an extensive range of accessories, including side steps, a sports bar, the choice of soft tonneau, hard lid, or roller covers for the tray, and a custom canopy which makes the ute look like a SUV as it continues the X-Class's lines perfectly, merging with the vehicle body to create a distinctive silhouette. A tub liner, cargo partition system, and tie-down rails for load security will also be available, and in some markets there'll be the option for a rear bumper-free 180-degree opening tailgate. As standard, the tailgate will open the requisite 90 degrees. Australia: the all-new Mercedes X-Class won't be built in Thailand like the vast majority of its mainstream rivals, only the Amarok is made elsewhere, in Argentina. Instead, the X-Class will head down the Navara line in Barcelona, Spain, late in 2017. The first examples of the X-Class will arrive in Australia early in 2018. As for the pricing, well, we'll have to wait and see what Mercedes does in that regard. We'd expect to see the pure model to be competitively priced in the $45K – $55K range, the mid-spec progressive to play where current high-end utes play, in the mid $50K to mid $60K bracket, and the power version could reach new levels for dual-cab pick-ups in the Aussie market. But as we've learned from Mercedes, it will equip its models well in light of strong competition. It has done so in the luxury car market, and it will need to do so in the hard-fought ute market, too. The Latin American market will see its X-Class variants built in Argentina from 2019.